afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Harmony Terrace. Thank you all for being here today as we gather to celebrate a truly meaningful milestone, the official opening of our new 12-unit affordable housing development, the third phase of the Harmony Terrace project. This project represents more than just blocks and mortar. It stands as a symbol of hope, stability, and opportunity for individuals and families in the need of a safe and affordable place to call home. We are deeply honored today to be joined by the Premier, the Honorable E. David Burt, Deputy Premier and Minister of Housing and Municipalities, the Honorable Zane DeSilva, the Bermuda Housing Corporation's Board Chairman, Mr. T. Christopher Famous, JP MP, and area candidate Ms. Dawn Simmons, and members of the Board of Directors, our dedicated staff, and the skilled construction team who turned vision into reality. Your presence here highlights just how much collaboration and commitment it takes to bring a project like this to life. And I must also welcome back Lieutenant Colonel David Birch, who's my old boss, as we all know. This ribbon cutting marks the beginning of a new chapter for the 12 households, stories of dignity, community, and belonging, and is something truly worth celebrating. Now it's my pleasure to welcome the Premier, the Honorable E. David Burt, JP MP, to say a few words, followed by Minister DeSilva.
Good afternoon to the Deputy Premier, the Honorable Zane DeSilva, to the Chair of the Bermuda Housing Corporation, MP Christopher Famous, to the members of the Bermuda Housing Corporation Board who are here with us, recognizing MP Emily Gale Dill. Senator Lauren Bell, of course, is in the Senate currently. Recognizing former Minister Lieutenant Colonel David Birch, Bermuda Housing Corporation CEO and General Manager Paul Martin, area candidate Dawn Simmons, members of the media, people of Bermuda, everyone watching and listening, good afternoon. On our 2020 election platform, the government committed to increasing the stock of affordable housing available to Bermudians. Following that pledge, I paid my first visit to Harmony Hall in 2022, where I saw the very beginning of those critical renovations. Just over a year later, in September 2023, I returned to participate in the first ribbon-cutting ceremony, where we unveiled 8 new affordable studio units. The 8 units we unveiled that day were part of a record $15 million investment by this government into the Bermuda Housing Corporation that has brought 71 more affordable housing units online. In our 2025 election manifesto, the government promised that we would continue that record investment to take urgent action to provide more affordable housing for Bermudians. And that is why I'm proud to be back here at Harmony Hall with everyone today, specifically at Harmony Terrace East, as we officially open 12 more affordable housing units that this government is delivering for the people of Bermuda. Today is not just about the physical structures that we'll see. As the CEO and General Manager said, it is about the people, the families, and a government that recognizes that everyone deserves access to safe, stable, and affordable housing and is making the investment necessary to make that a reality for more Bermudians. I want to thank the Deputy Premier and his team, the Chair of the Bermuda Housing Corporation, MP Christopher Famous, board members, the BHC staff led by CEO Paul Martin, and the BHC team for their hard work. And of course, this job would not be possible, or this opening would not be possible without the contractors and tradesmen who've worked tirelessly on these very extensive renovations. Our work is not yet done. As you will hear from the Deputy Premier and Minister for Housing, more units are on the way, here at Harmony Hall and throughout the island. Today is July 2nd. Yesterday was the first day of the new budget, and that new budget committed an additional $4.2 million to affordable housing. The investment is being made, the work is being done, and I look forward to joining the Deputy Premier and the BHC board and staff for more ribbon cuttings in the future. Thank you, and it is now time to hand over to the Deputy Premier and Minister responsible for housing, Minister DeSilva.
Thank you, Premier. Thank you, Premier, and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today, and I am pleased, very pleased, to officially open Harmony Terrace East, the third phase of the Harmony Club campus redevelopment. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge a few special guests who have joined us this afternoon. Those being Ms. Dawn Simmons, the candidate for this area in the last election, and area MP Scott Pearman. I don't know if he's here yet. I haven't seen him, but if he is, I welcome him. And I would also like to acknowledge, as the Premier did, the presence of Lieutenant Colonel David Birch. I'd like to recognize him for his invaluable contribution to the success of this project. His steadfast leadership and oversight over the years have helped ensure that the Harmony Club redevelopment can now deliver high-quality, affordable housing for Bermudians. Thank you all for being here and your continued support of the initiatives to improve the lives of Bermudians. The Harmony Club campus is a vital part of government's residential building program and continues to be a cornerstone in our mission to increase access to quality and affordable housing for Bermuda's residents. Demolition work at Harmony Terrace East commenced on February 21st, 2024, and after a competitive assessment, renovation contracts were awarded to Rise and Sign Construction, PE&G Electric, and M&S Plumbing, and Positive Energy Electrical. Work began earnestly on April 8th, 2024, with a project budget of $1.6 million. This redevelopment involved transforming 14 former hotel suites into 12 residential units, comprising 6 one-bedroom apartments and 6 studio apartments. Notably, 2 units are outfitted to the fair housing standards, providing reasonable accommodation and modifications for individuals with disabilities. Our dedicated BHC project team played a crucial role in the successful delivery of this phase. Harmony Terrace East now consists of 12 modern residential units, 6 one-bedrooms, each averaging 500 square feet, and 6 studio efficiency units averaging each around 350 square feet. All are fully equipped with essential appliances, including a refrigerator, a stove, and ensuring each home is move-in ready. This project is part of a larger vision for the total redevelopment of Harmony Club campus, which includes terraces east, west, north and south, and the gatehouse. I am especially proud to note that the gatehouse has already been repurposed into emergency housing and renamed the Bonnie Jean Tweed House in honor of a beloved and dedicated PHC staff member who served with distinction for over 30 years. Harmony Terrace West, previously completed, features 8 modernized units, a testament to the quality and care invested in each phase of this redevelopment. Harmony Terrace East brings us one step closer to realizing the full potential of this important site. Looking ahead, the next phase will be Harmony Terrace North, which is slated to include 16 units. We look forward to sharing further details on the timeline and commencement of this phase very soon. These units will be made available to residents at an affordable monthly rental rate of $1,100 and $1,500 for studio and one-bedroom units respectively, and continue our commitment to providing dignified and accessible housing for Bermuda's families. Although small, these efficient units are a significant step towards addressing demands for affordable housing in Bermuda. I am pleased to report that some of these units will be occupied by applicants from our waiting list, as well as the current tenants of Harmony Terrace North who are relocating to make way for the next phase of construction. While this announcement is positive news, we know that more affordable housing is needed, and the government is committed to this effort. As such, I am pleased to report that the work taking place in other areas around the island, including Battery Road in St. David's, Chelsea Apartments in St. George's, and Middletown Terrace in Pembroke, to name a few. Additionally, BAC offers a private sector land program, which we renovate units and add them to our housing stock based specifically to create. I am about 23, or visit their website www.bhc.bm for more information. Before concluding my remarks, I want to thank the chairman, T. Christopher Famous, JP, MP, my mate, and the BAC Board of Directors who carefully set the organization's strategic direction. I also want to thank the CEO and General Manager, Paul Martin, and his team at BAC. I must also single out BAC's Assistant Project Manager, Mr. E. Blake Lambert, and thank him for his exceptional work overseeing this project. Thank you, Blake. We are privileged to have his knowledge and expertise in this industry to bring about the quality of work that we witness here today. BAC has also been fortunate to have the support of the young and dynamic Demetrius Richardson, an intern architectural student who joined us in October 2024. Working closely with our project lead, Blake Lambert, Demetrius has made valuable contributions to the success of this redevelopment. His involvement reflects BHC's commitment to investing in Bermuda's future by mentoring and providing hands-on opportunities for our young people. Working together, you effectively carry out the organization's daily mandate with purpose and care. Lastly, on behalf of the Governor of Bermuda, the Bermuda Housing Corporation, and all stakeholders involved in this project, I thank the people of Bermuda for your ongoing support. Together, we will build stronger communities through responsible development and investment in Bermuda's housing infrastructure. Thank you.
All right. Time to go cut a ribbon.
Who's got scissors?
Still here. See here. Come on, Mr. Chair. I don't know why you're hiding over there.
Yeah.
Huh?
I feel old number.
Hey, don't feel better because we're too support better. Y'all are really hiding the side?
Yeah. Come on. Look, you ain't gotta stand long in the sun.
Oh, that's what it is? Yeah. Shade back here too. Come on in. Come on. You're the chair. I'm just here to smile.
Michael, you gonna do a count?
Ready?
Are you
3,
ready?
2,
Where-
1.
Are you ready?
3, 2, 1.
Yes. 3, 2, 1, cut.
All right.
Perfect.
For a few minutes.
Just for a few minutes.
So we're on tour? Heading inside?
Yeah.
All right.
We could, make a start in this.
You want to? Yeah. Sure.
Thank you so much.
That's a minute longer than I need to be. That's bad.
My word. Oh. I have questions. Sorry. Are there questions? I already started tripping. We have questions. You smell I was about ready to go on my tour.
Right, I know.
Prime Minister, at this time, we welcome questions from the media.
Thank you. Can you hold that? Can you hold that? Is that okay? Yeah, you can. Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon, Premier, Deputy Premier, Gareth Finnegan, Royal
Good
Gazette.
afternoon.
First of all, you said that some tenants from Harmony Hall North are moving into these units. Could you tell me how many tenants are being relocated from Harmony Hall North and how many are new tenants?
I don't think the number's been decided yet. I think the chairman is still working on the number.
3 coming from Harmony.
3 from
and the
Harmony,
rest from outside.
and the rest from outside, yes.
And when will they be moving in?
Oh,
We're starting.
yeah, come on.
They'll probably be starting probably in the middle of July, end of July, so most of them will be in by August.
Now, moving on to other things, and these are questions really for both the Premier and the Deputy Premier. The Chamber of Commerce said that ideally we need a minimum of 2,500 homes to accommodate everybody on the island if we had a population of 70,000. The Premier said that that was guesswork, or partly
You're
guesswork.
putting words into my mouth. Don't do that, Gareth.
I'm
We're not
sorry.
doing that today. We're here to celebrate new housing, and that is not what I said.
Absolutely.
That is what your newspaper put in my mouth, but that is not what I said.
Well, could you tell me what you believe the correct figures are? Do you think 2,500 is an accurate figure?
I'm not going to engage in guesswork. Minister, do you wish to respond?
The only thing I would say to that is that this government, we have one goal, and that's to build as many affordable homes to rent and affordable homes to buy as quickly as we possibly can. That's our goal.
18 months to build these 12 units.
That's these 12, but we've also created 77 more homes on top of these 12, and we'll create more.
Now, could you say what data government uses to establish how many homes are needed and what the utopian population needs to be?
You want me to answer?
Sure.
There's no question of a utopian population. The Minister of Economy and Labor has already put out the particular facts. I will not give the contradiction of a body saying that we have a reduced population at the same point in time as a housing crisis. I'll leave that up for other persons to decipher. What I will say is exactly what the Deputy Premier said, is that we are going to continue to invest in affordable housing. At the same point in time that we're investing in affordable housing, projects like the government's mortgage guarantee program have seen over 70 Bermudians purchase their first home, and the ability to do that. We support measures from the private sector, and I will go back to the statement of which I made in the House of Assembly during the budget statement. The government cannot do it all alone. It requires the private sector working with the government. We would deal with affordable housing, additional housing stock, reduction of planning red tape, reduction of customs duties for building materials. All of these are around a collective effort of continuing to develop housing.
I was going to ask about that, Premier, because I think it was at during last week's Cost of Living Summit. I think somebody in the construction industry said that really the private sector is reluctant to go into building affordable housing because it's just not profitable. Do you think, and you mentioned certain concessions that government have already granted, do you think there's anything more that government could do or has planned to encourage more building from the private sector?
I would say that from the private sector, and when we're talking about housing more broadly, Bermuda Housing Corporation has a mandate to provide affordable housing. We'll work with companies and others to do that. There are examples of public-private projects which we've done in the past. But when I'm speaking about housing more generally in the country, it is not just a question of affordable housing, it is a question of housing. We want to increase the housing stock. We know what we have to do on our side of government. It is up for the private sector as well to do their work. The more housing supply in the country, the better.
Case of, as the Deputy Premier and Minister said, it's, a rising tide raises all boats. Is that?
Yes, it sure does. The other thing that I think we need to mention as well is the refurbishment program that we've just started. We have 24 people that have signed up and are interested in putting their homes back into the housing stock of the Bermuda Housing Corporation. And I expect that number to grow fairly quickly with the interest from private homeowners.
Final question. The Fairmont's going to be opening up, less than a year from now, hopefully. Do you think that's going to free up the market in the sense that there's an awful lot of private properties that are rented out Airbnb now? And if we have a higher hotel inventory, then that's going to weaken the Airbnb market and perhaps homeowners might be more inclined to actual rent.
Possibly.
Yeah?
But can I just say something? That's speculation.
Yeah.
There are no facts and figures around there. And see, I think that's the challenge. The challenge is that when we go into these particular situations, looking and making our own assumptions versus what is the actual reality. When it comes to Fairmont, the government is focused on one thing: increasing the housing stock and making sure there is adequate labor supply in the country for that hotel and the others while we are growing tourism. The issue when it comes to housing, as has been stated by the deputy, has been stated by myself, has been stated by the chair of the Bermuda Housing Corporation, and all others, is that we want the private sector to be delivering more homes, which they are. We see speculative building that are returning at all levels of the market. We want the government to be building more homes and affordable homes through the Bermuda Housing Corporation. And what we've seen is record investment that has been given and additional investment that is being given. And we're going to continue to work with those things and the space of which the Minister of Home Affairs is working on to ensure that any regulations or other things which may be dampening house demand are tweaked to make sure that we can continue to deliver housing. I want to focus on the private sector refurbishment program because that is important, because there are a number of units which are not available to be rented. And the government recognizes the point at which you made here is that it's taken a year to renovate and to deliver these particular units. But private sector rental items can happen quicker, as these are things that need minor modifications so they can meet the standards so that person can do that. The minister has indicated that there are 24 persons that are already signed up for those. Those are units that we're going to be able to turn over. And it's important to note that the Bermuda Housing Corporation does not have a press conference every time they open 1 unit and 2 units, but units continue to be delivered. And so I want to take the time to applaud the work of the Bermuda Housing Corporation, applaud the staff, applaud the hardworking board, and to let the Bermudian public know that the government is determined, putting its money where its mouth is, and will continue to support the efforts to deliver housing at all levels across the island as the economy continues to grow. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you. Good afternoon, Premier and Deputy Premier. Elisa Bernardo with Bermuda Broadcasting. My first question is, as it stands now, how many people remain on the Bermuda Housing Corporation's waiting list?
that list is being updated currently, and I think the CEO may have that number readily available.
Yeah, we've been going through that whole list and revamping and questioning people that are there and everything else. So that list has come down. It's about 340, 350 right now. So it's come down from 452, but down to 350. So we're making progress on that.
Okay.
Okay.
And how do you prioritize the people on that list when it comes to rental units such as this becoming available?
There's a whole, as they fill out the application, then they have the intake interview. There's a whole system of questions we ask, and each of those things have certain points, and it's on a point basis. The higher the points, the more important that person is to find housing. Obviously, if you're homeless, you get right up on the top of the list. So there's a whole bunch of different things that happen.
What I will add is that what the corporation do is they keep a running list of critical, urgent, and needed. And obviously, the critical list is the one that we try to take care of first. And we have those lists in all units, 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s.
Minister, you noted that the gatehouse has been completed for emergency housing. Have you had to use it for that purpose yet?
Yes, I have.
Yes, it's actually
A while ago.
that was been about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago
Yeah.
we opened it up, and it's been an ongoing use. It's actually one unit's available now because we just moved a family into a house, so we're having somebody else move into that unit shortly.
And just lastly, so far, would you say this development has stuck to budget, or were there any unforeseen challenges along the way?
I would think it's pretty much stuck to budget. Like any renovation of a older Bermuda home, you will have challenges. We've had some challenges, but I think overall the budget's been pretty close. So I'm very proud of the team, especially Mr. Lambert and his team, and our young master mechanic to be, Demetrius. They've done really good work, and they've managed to keep costs to a minimum. So it's been really successful.
Come on, Chair. Yeah. You manage the finances. Let them all know.
Due to the diligence of Mr. Blake Lambert and Mr. Demetrius Richardson and the construction team, this project is actually under budget.
You need more money can be spent for more housing.
You got that, Mr. Finnegan?
No, just again to give congratulations to the entire Bermuda housing team for bringing this project in. And of course, as the chair just said, I said in a pretty good nick. He said just a little under pretty good nick. So that's always a pleasure for anyone, especially for I got the Minister of Finance standing next to me. So as he knows, we are developing a plan that we will reveal very shortly. But the Premier, the Finance Minister, and I need to have a chat because we want to be aggressive. We know that our people need homes, and we are going to deliver. And you can hold us to that.
Okay, thank you, Minister, for that. And with that, that concludes the press conference. Everyone have a great day, and thank you for joining us.
Okay.